Hi, this is a part of empowerment series, and today we are looking at emotional release of letting go of your regrets. So, what we are going to do is I'm going to guide you gently with questions. Mainly, it's could you welcome it, would you welcome it, and when? And I will guide you step by step. Um, and let's begin by simply taking a deep breath and exhaling gently. Take another deep breath and exhale gently. By the way, you can listen to these recordings on the move. You don't have to be sitting down. Just do your best to answer with your heart rather than your head. You can, when I ask you, could you welcome me, you can spontaneously say yes or no. And just do your best to follow up. So that's really that. And just for a good measure, let's take another third deep breath and exhale gently. The reason we are doing the breathing is because it gets you more in touch with your body and allows flow of emotional flow to go through your body, because the tendency is to hold the breath when something is uncomfortable or you want to control it in some way, subconsciously, of course. So could you now just for a moment internally stop or pause and simply be what you are? And notice you don't have to do anything and go anywhere in order to be what you already are. And once more, could you just let it stop and simply be? And just simply stop again and be what you are. And from that place of beingness, could you welcome up the sadness? First thing we will address is the sadness and disappointments. They are part of regrets. So could you welcome up? Could you focus actually on specific regrets or regret in general? And welcome the disappointment and sadness with that feeling of regret as best you can, just for now. With all the pictures, sensations, stories, sound, let it be as it is, no more, no less. Just welcome it up as best you can. And could you also welcome up a sense that you want to, that this is personal, this regret is personal to you, to your life, and sense of personal. Could you welcome that sense of personal as best you can, just for now? And could you also welcome up a sense that you want to control it, change it, do something with it or about it, hold on to it, do something with it or about it? Could you welcome that as well? And let it be as it is, no more, no less. And then could you as best you can, just for now, simply release it, let it go. Just could you? And would you? And when? If now, take a deep breath. And once more, could you simply release any remaining regrets with the disappointment and sadness and anything that triggers? Could you just simply let it go? Just could you let it unravel? And would you? And when? If now, take a deep breath. As you can notice, I'm gently breathing spontaneously, deeply. So, and if it happens that you do the same, that's great. And if it happens that you don't, that's also great. So just follow as best you can. We are now going to address the next thing we will look at is the belief that you somehow need to deserve forgiveness for all this that happened or didn't happen. Because the regret in a true meaning is disappointment, sadness for something that didn't happen, or something that you did do or failed to do, or for some situation. So could you now allow yourself to welcome that belief that you somehow have to deserve your forgiveness? And what I'm going to suggest, could you also welcome that the belief? I'm not asking you to forgive necessarily a person, but I'm asking you to open up the possibility of forgiving the situation. Could you welcome the belief? First of all, could you welcome the belief that you need to deserve forgiveness for yourself and situation? Could you welcome up that belief? And could you also welcome up the ownership of that belief, to think it's personal? And could you let it be here just as it is? And could you welcome up a sense that you want to hold on to it, push it away, just do something with it or about it, control it, change it? Could you welcome that too? And then as best you can, just for now, could you let go of that belief? Just could you? And would you? And when? And could you just open up to a possibility that you can forgive yourself in situation right now, right here, without deserving, just because you can? Could you open up to that possibility as best you can? And could you welcome it? And could you, as best you can, release or allow yourself to give your forgiveness to yourself and situation, just because you can, no other reason? And could you allow yourself to just open up the possibility of receiving, being forgiven, and forgiving the situation, just because you can, no other reason? Just to see what happens, explore. And could you let that go? And with the last thing we are going to do is acknowledge, open up to your approval and kindness, because what happens with the belief of forgiving yourself in situation, you tend to hold on to punishments and suffering too. And when you forgive, you release that tendency that you have to suffer and be punished in some way. So we are going to welcome. First, in order to allow approval, we are going to let go disapproval. Could you let go disapproval? Could you release, letting go of disapproving, of you forgiving yourself, forgiving the situation, of you suffering and punishing yourself? Could you let go disapproval of opening up, of disapproval of your kindness and love and compassion? Could you let go disapproving of that too? And could you, just because you can, you don't have to have any other reason, just because you can, could you give your past situation, yourself, your forgiveness, your suffering, your punishment, some love and approval. Every energy of you needs some love and approval. Just like sun pierces the darkness, every energy, when it's kissed by the sun, it's with your love and your kindness, it melts like the ice in the sunshine. Just as the ice kisses gently the ice and melts it, that's how your approval and love give every energy new some more harmony and balance. So could you give approval to your past, to your forgiveness for yourself and situation, to your suffering, to your punishment, to your love, to your kindness, and to your compassion? Could you give all that you are some love and approval exactly as you are, no more, no less? And could you, as best you can, allow yourself to receive this love and approval just because you can, no other reason, just to see what happens, and let it be recognized in every cell of your body, in every part of your being, in every area of your life. And just could you also open up to possibility of approving of your regrets and releasing them, and approving of releasing your regrets completely, or as much as it's appropriate. Just remember, releasing regrets can be a gradual process, and generally a process of releasing is gradual and it's natural. However, just to point out, it is not compensation for a professional competent advice, medical advice. So, you can re-listen to this video as many or as a recording as many times as you choose, and just notice how you feel right now. Do you feel a little bit more calmer inside? Just check and just notice. And just check also for yourself to finish with. Is it going to be more beneficial for you to give kindness to you or to give punishment to you? Just check, how does it feel? Which one feels better? Thank you very much for listening. Until the next time. Bye for now.